All right, guys, to make our Amaretto Agave Gomme Syrup, we're going to start with the syrup itself. So I want to introduce just a little bit of bitterness so it's not just cloying, bakery, sugar sweet. I want to put some levels into the syrup. 300 grams of agave nectar, 150 grams of water, 50 grams of water with 15 grams of gum arabic dissolved, about 0.2 grams of gentian root. This is a pinch of salt. We have blackstrap rum, amaretto or almond extract, and vanilla. Using that gentian root, which is a super strong, bitter element, in a very small amount, it's only 0.2 grams, and I'm going to kind of simmer that in that 150 grams of water just to give a kind of a bitter profile to the syrup, just on the edge, just to balance it out. So yeah, when using gentian root, it's very, very strong. So only use a little bit at a time. So we're going to bring this water. So that's 150 grams of just straight water, 200 grams total with the gomme syrup. I'm going to add the gentian root to the cold water. And it's only a little tiny bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that to a simmer it for about 5 minutes, take it off, cover it, let it steep for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to incorporate that into the syrup after I strain it out. So again, that's going to give a little bit of a complexity to it. I think the agave is a good option for this. It's more of a natural sugar, has a different note to it. The blackstrap molasses, this is going to give that kind of age note that Di Serono or something has, where it's made with brandy. So it's going to give that age kind of spirit note to it. And of course, the main profile of the flavors, vanilla syrup or vanilla extract, almond extract, kind of dial in that note. And the salt is just going to make everything pop. But yeah, so I'm going to let this water boil. So just kind of bear with me for a couple minutes, probably fast forward through this part. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, so my water has reached a boil. So I turn down the heat. Again, I just want to simmer this. I don't want to kill it. But I'm just going to let that kind of simmer for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to take it off the heat, cover it, and steep it. All right, guys, so I went ahead and finished that gentian tea. So I got it right here. So what I simmered it, low simmer, 5 minutes, took it off, covered it, steeped it for 10. Strained it out. Now we have somewhat of a bitter liquid here. All right, so to make our agave syrup, I'm going to just heat the water up just to give it a little energy to dissolve the agave and blend it in. I'm going to add the gomme liquid. And we're going to let that cool down just a bit, and then we're going to add our flavors, because they're a little more volatile components, right? All right, so we have our gentian liquid. Just a little bitter. Get rid of that. Gentian liquid here. I strain that. Just applying a little bit of heat. So we have that 15 grams of gum arabic and 50 milliliters or 50 grams of water, 15 grams to 50. So I'm going to put that in there. It's a little gloopy. So I put the gum arabic in the water beforehand. You want like 3 or 4 hours to let it dissolve into the water. Otherwise, it stays kind of clumpy, and it's still actually a little clumpy. I should have let it go longer, but we're going to make it work. But yeah, it's just that time that helps it dissolve into the water and keeps it from being chunky. But hopefully this heat will kind of finish the last of that process. All right, so we're heating up. I'm going to fold in our agave. I didn't need to bring it to a boil, didn't want to bring it to a boil. So we got in there, a bit of that has to dissolve. So I want this to cool slightly before I add my kind of aromatics and stuff. It's got more volatile components that heat can mess with. So I want to add all that kind of at the end. So I'm going to add that salt in there. Some liquid got in there. I'm going to do this. So we'll start laying that flavor in there. This is the agave. Take a quarter teaspoon of blackstrap molasses, or half a teaspoon of blackstrap molasses. This is going to get that kind of caramel aged spirit note to it. Mix that in there. I'm going to use a quarter teaspoon of the almond extract. So the main flavor is nice and strong. Just a quarter teaspoon of that. Bam. And I'm going to do an eighth of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, softer. Just going to eyeball it really. That's probably about that. Just a tiny little bit. All right. So this is gonna okay. So of course this is going to take time to kind of incorporate. So it's not where it's going to be just yet. But I'm going to take a little taste, make sure it's where kind of in the world we want it to be in. It's good, it's good. I think I want a little more almond. I don't think it's almond forward enough. That's what I got to taste, that's what I got to taste. So I'm going to put maybe another eighth of a teaspoon of almond in there just to kind of bump it up a touch. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little more where I want it. Okay. Molasses on the back, a little salt minerality. I don't taste the bitterness, but that's good. It means it's balanced. All right, I think we got it, guys. I think we did it. This is our Amaretto Agave Gomme Syrup. Delightful.